Ibiwe Street called on the Edo State government to rescue them from the environmental hazard affecting the area for a long time due to the channeling of waste into drains by northern migrants residing in the area. BeeTv News Osarigwa Agwebo, who visited the road, reports that the unpleasant smell emanating from the area is seriously posing threats to health of the locals.
We don't go there to go heads. They don't come arrest them before we go to say we go prosecute them. They will pass us for a motor there. And they'll say, men of the car don't come. Men of the car don't come. They'll call them from above, say, leave that man. Then they do, I will not fit. Not say I saw 3 or 4 days as we leave. Every day now we're sickness, but nobody fit to answer.
The new school visit to Ibiwe Street in Oedo local government area, Benin City, Edo State, revealed that residents and business owners are under threat of environmental hazard as the area is filled with an unpleasant smell emanating from the drains, some of which are already blocked with debris and seaweed. According to residents, the area has suffered from environmental degradation for a long time. They said the unpleasant smell emanating from the drains is as a result of waste channeled into the drains by migrants residing in Egusi Street off Ibiwe, and said that they have called on the government several times, but no meaningful action has been taken. They appeal to the government to come to their rescues.
The condition of this place, if rain fall now, you will see it. The main problem of this place, most of it is that most of these people channel their feces. That is the toilet. Some of them don't even have toilet. They channel it to water. And once the water is flowing, both the nylon, the how they call it, this park, take all this takeaway park, all of them will fill the water. Nobody is cleaning this place. The amoki that is sleeping even in the shop, they don't take care of it.
This place now, some Hausa people for that, if you follow this road, the station play with the color. Like they say the boo until they call Gidaka. We don't go red to go heads. They don't come arrest them before we go to jail, say we go prosecute them. They will pass us for a motor there. And they'll say, men of the car don't come. Men of the car don't come. They'll call them from above, say, leave that man. Then they do, I will not fit. Not say I saw 3 or 4 days as we leave. Every day now we're in sickness, but nobody fit to answer.
So every time they complain to our chairman here. So that is the time they used to do it. So we have no voice here. So we cannot talk unless we are waiting for government to talk about it.
A visit to Egusi Street off Ibiwe shocked the new school to see the extent of environmental degradation. The street was an eyesore from start to finish. An attempt to speak with the chairman of the Northern Migrant Group in charge of the area was unsuccessful as he declined interview. This prompted a visit to the Edo State Waste Management Board, where the managing director, Mr. Lucky Eneita, told the new school that they would address the issue immediately as he frowned at the situation.
This is the second time I'm getting this report, and I already told head of compliance to swing into action. But with the look of things, I will have to be there myself this morning. Yes, I'll go there and see for myself and then quickly do the needful. You can't direct your sack away to the gutter. It's not acceptable. So like I said, I will swing into action and we'll do the needful rapidly.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
His Excellency want to make Edo State a cleanliness. Want to be number 1. We want to beat Calabar, places like Calabar, Port Harcourt, and so on. It's achievable. It's doable. And our slogan is we can do. See something. See something. Yes. See something. See something. See something. So, and by the grace of God, you have a governor that prioritizes environmental sustainability.
Mr. Lucky Eneita cautioned residents and business owners to always ensure their environment is clean, noting that the government of Governor Monday Ukpebulu will not tolerate any form of environmental neglect or abuse and will take decisive action against those found culpable. Osarogie Agwebo, reporting for BeeTv News.
Residents in Upper Mission Road in Benin have called on the state government to ameliorate their plight by fixing the failed portion of the road following the recent rainfall. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that there were construction equipment on the failed portion, but no sign of work at the time of visit.
As the faith portion at the Upper Mission Road in Benin City is creating difficulty in vehicle and human movement, resulting to traffic congestion. Although there are equipment on site, an indication that the state government is aware of the situation, but workmen were however absent. Residents in the area are calling on the state government to begin speedy rehabilitation work on the road so as to address the perennial flood in the area. They also appealed for the hesitation of the drains so as to help control flooding in the area.
Assuming they do this route well, since when they bring caterpillar almost a week now, it's causing problem. There is nothing go on, and this road is rainfall. Erosion this way is just like river. It's a very big river here. So people, when rainfall, people used to pass here. We, where the bike rider, we cannot pass here. They are disturbing us. Yeah. So this road supposed to be, let's say, 3 days walk, but they drop the caterpillar here. The less concerned, just the work is too small.
Not this Jama floor we are seeing here. So if they want to redo, make this place get ahead, so they have to still remove this one so that I can do it in the manner way they want to do this small place, so that everything can be rhymed.
But everywhere flooded. Even here that we are standing now, the flood we get to everywhere. So it just mess up, but we thank God that they come to fix it.
The respondents are hoping that the rehabilitation work on the road will be fast-tracked and completed before the rain fully sets in. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
Residents of Edo State have urged Governor Monday Okpebholo to extend the EdoNet free Wi-Fi to all areas in the state to help ease the burden of buying data. BeeTv News' Osarigwe Agwebo reports that residents made the appeal following the recent data price hike, which they claim gets exhausted quickly.
It was the past governor that implemented the project. I don't know if this present governor has vision.
Data is the cellular network data which allows devices to access internet via mobile networks. It is basically used every day by everyone or all mobile subscribers. Earlier this year, some of the telecommunications giants increased the cost of data and airtime plans, making it difficult for their subscribers. Ever since, mobile subscribers have been grappling with the high data prices. This prompted some Edo State residents to call on Governor Monday Okpebholo to extend the EdoNet free Wi-Fi to all areas in the state to help ease the burden of buying data.
The free net is very good because this time around, the charges that they are charging everybody when you browse your WhatsApp is too expensive. So with this free network browsing, it helps a lot. But just that it is not in everywhere, but only a few areas that it is, and not everybody still know about it. So it's working, and sometimes I have a friend that always come from far distance to this area that is just anytime he came to this area he would download a lot of dramas, we download information and all, so it's working.
First of all, like this Edo internet Wi-Fi stuff is not even working. A lot of students have tried to scan it and it's not working totally. The cost of data is not healthy. Like so every day person they buy stuff, they subdue person. We are students, we know they work.
It used to be very, very, very good, especially for us in Ugbo. For students in Ugbo, that's Tuniben. So for we to access other things, so it's very, very good. And data is very, very expensive, very, very expensive now. The height of data is very, very expensive now. So and to get across the internet now is costly for us. And with the expenses of the everything, all other expenses, so we have to like give into other things before we even think of getting data to browse or do other things.
The resident commended former governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, for launching the EdoNet free Wi-Fi initiative, and also lauded Governor Monday Okpebholo for its sustenance, appealing for its expansion to other areas.
It was the past governor that implemented the project. I don't know if this present governor has vision, but I still suspect that what is good for the rich is also good for the poor. So it is good for everybody. It should be extended to every local area so that they can also get information and have access to the network.
Data is vital for all network users Since the initiative of EdoNet free Wi-Fi, it has greatly helped to ease the burden on residents in buying data. However, other residents who are yet to benefit are hopeful that the free Wi-Fi will be expanded to all areas in the state. Osarogi Agwebo, reporting for BeeTv News.
The Nigerian Senate has resolved to convene a two-day national security summit in Abuja in response to escalating insecurity across the country. The report.
The decision followed a motion by Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, who emphasized the urgent need to review Nigeria's security strategies amid rising global and domestic threats, including conflicts like the Russia-Ukraine war and economic tensions involving the US and China.
Mr. President, the issue of security has become a pivotal edifice by which the foundation of our nation is rooted. The motion starts by addressing Your Excellency that the Senate notes with concern the high level of global insecurity which is arising due to the events in Russia and Ukraine and the increasing problem created by the global north and the response from the global south, which include enhancing food insecurity and addressing sustainable development goals, SDGs deficits. And these global challenges also note that the growing impact of tariff war in America and the rising emphasis on the inward balance of power by various countries are reflected in the new international order that is growing now.
The summit aims to bring together delegates from federal, state, and local governments, as well as traditional rulers, to develop comprehensive solutions to issues such as banditry, kidnapping, and terrorism. While some senators expressed skepticism about the summit's effectiveness, the majority supported the initiative. After a voice vote, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, recommending a 2-day duration instead of the initial proposed 3 days.
The security agencies lack collaboration and lack intelligence gathering because most of the attacks need to be tracked and need to be foiled before even the attacks came. And if you look at the general situation we have in this country, the security that are saddled with the responsibility, most especially the police. The police are not doing enough because when they came out in the morning, in the night they allowed the criminal elements to go and do whatever they are supposed to do. And another very important issue, most of these securities,
there is nothing we have not discussed here in this Senate, particularly the 8th Senate and the 9th Senate, where we had security summit. In fact, if I could recall vividly, we had 3 security summits in this Senate, and we made very foundation recommendations to the executive branch. And those recommendations, unfortunately, were not implemented. Mr. President, what we need is no security summit. We need to discuss with the service chiefs here in this chamber, one by one. With facts. We engage them into serious discussions. We tell them the emerging development.
Jimoh Ibrahim for bringing this up. During amendment, I would like to propose, if it's accepted by my colleagues, is that should we agree to have a security summit, it shouldn't be 3 days. We can have a 2-day security summit instead of 3 days. So let me go into the prayers. There is only one prayer here, because the second prayer is the outcome of the security summit. If we agree to have it, then it takes care of the second prayer, which is to forward the outcome of the security summit to the federal government for implementation. Those in support that the Senate should be in the forefront of convoking a national security summit with a view to discussing the entirety of the security situation in the country, profiling solution, and at the same time rejigging the security architecture to enable us save the lives and properties of our citizens and give them hope and an opportunity to bring their inputs. Say aye. Aye. Those again say nay. The ayes have it. So
the event is expected to serve as a platform for broad-based dialogue and actionable recommendations to address Nigerians' persistent security challenges. Freeman Usawe reporting for BeeTv News.
In a significant event in the 10th House of Representatives, 6 members of the People's Party PDP have officially defected to the All Progressive Congress APC, while 2 Labour Party lawmakers crossed over to the PDP. BeeTv News Pelumi Mukoro completes the report.
The defectors from the PDP to the APC, all representing constituencies in Delta State, include Honorable Victor Nwokolo, representing Ika Federal Constituency, Honorable Julius Pondi, representing Burutu Federal Constituency, Honorable Thomas Ere Yitomi, representing Warri Federal Constituency, comprising Warri North, Warri South, and Warri Southwest. Honorable Nicholas Mutu, representing Bomadi and Patani Federal Constituency. Honorable Ukodiko Jonathan, representing Isoko North and Isoko South Federal Constituency. Honorable Inamdi Ezechi, representing Indokwa East and Indokwa West and Nkwere Federal Constituency. Meanwhile, the 2 lawmakers who moved from the Labour Party to the PDP are Honorable Mark Obeta, representing Unsuka and Igboeze, South Federal Constituency of Enugu State, and Honorable Dennis Agbo, representing Igbo, Eze North, and Udenu Federal Constituency. Their defections were formally announced in letters addressed to the House and read aloud by the Speaker, Honorable Abat Tajuddin, during resumption of plenary after a 5-week recess. The lawmakers cited internal crisis within their former parties and a stronger alignment with the political ideologies and direction of their new platforms as reasons for their decisions. This wave of defections marks part of a broader realignment currently taking place within the 10th National Assembly.
Notify you of my resignation from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress APC. My resignation is as a result of the unresolved disputes at the national headquarters as well as the South-South zone of the party. I write to formally notify you and the esteemed leadership of the 10th House of Representatives of my decision to change my political party affiliation from the Labour Party to the People's Democratic Party, effective immediately.
Recall that just 2 weeks ago, the governor of Delta State, Sheriff Oborivori, and his predecessor, Ifeanyi Okowa, also left the PDP to join the APC, further reshaping the political landscape in Delta State and Pelumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
The Nigerian Air Force is also calling on a patriotic citizen to rise in support of national security by joining its ranks. That message resonated as the 115 Special Operation Groups opened its gates to the public in celebration of Nigerian Air Force Day. The report.
As the Nigerian Air Force celebrates its 61st anniversary, the spotlight is on strengthening civil-military relations for the first time in years. The military's Air component rolled out the red carpet, approving an open day designed to offer civilians a rare behind-the-scenes look. Maximum of 5 passengers, visitors were taken on an engaging guided tour of aircraft and vital operational unit within the base. By pulling back the curtain, the Air Force hopes citizens gain deeper appreciation of its complex and critical role in national security.
Conduct deep operations into the swamp, the mangrove areas, the creeks, where the Army, the Navy, and the Civil Defense, all surface forces are unable to reach. So Nigerian Air Force, yes, you might not see us on the ground, but our effect create that enabling environment for the surface forces to be able to be effectively discharge their responsibility.
The event also served as a strategic move to stir interest and encourage young Nigerians to pursue a career in the Air Force.
The southern parts of the country have not been presenting themselves to join the military as it is supposed to. It is our military, it is our Air Force. My campaign is, it is our military, it is our Air Force. So they all have a stake to play. They all must be part of the drive to make sure that the Nigerian Armed Forces is successful.
For many attendees, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, an experience that would remain fresh in their memories for a long time.
The reason why we are still having the challenges of insurgency in this country is still, I don't really understand. Because what we have seen here today, I think we can easily match with any part of the world.
The stories we hear outside there, I think is not totally the truth. That from what I've seen today, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. It's really showed that Nigerians are doing well. Air Force, they are doing very fine.
We only see it in air where they fly, but we have not had that opportunity to come closer to it. I personally, I have not had that opportunity. For me to have the opportunity today, I am glad.
The climax of the day came with a breathtaking 5-minute aircraft display, bringing to life everything guests had heard about the force strength and precision. Soher Osemeki reporting for BeeTv News.
As part of efforts to strengthen digital literacy and cybersecurity, the Nigerian Data Protection Commission has launched the country's first ever Data Protection Virtual Academy. This initiative was unveiled at the opening of the 8th NADPA conference in Abuja. The report.
This conference serves as a platform for meaningful dialogue, collaboration, and exchange of best practices to ensure that Africa strikes the right balance, technological advancement of fundamental rights.
It is a human story told in numbers. It is the fabric of trust in our economies. It is the currency of credibility in our institutions. And as the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement expands the scale of inter-African exchange, our ability to share data securely and lawfully will define our capacity to thrive.
The Data Protection Virtual Academy, this is a global first initiative aimed at delivering virtual training in data protection and privacy across both the public sector but also the private sector as well.
The National Commissioner of Nigeria's Data Protection Commission talked about the milestones it has achieved and laid emphasis on the urgent need to protect citizens' data.
Yet to enact and implement robust data protection legislations, to do so without delay, as strong data protection laws are not barriers to innovation, but enablers of inclusive digital economy.
The consensus among other leaders in various sectors present is to come up with the path forward in shaping the future of data across the continent.
Let us continue to ensure that the youth are not only protected, but also actively involved in shaping the digital space of the African future. We believe we can do it together.
Our ambition is clear: to co-create a digitally empowered continent where data governance is not outsourced but owned, designed and implemented by Africans.
Nigeria aims to protect privacy of its citizens in the digital landscape. Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
Governor Amadou Fintiri says his administration dream is to leave a viable economy that will guarantee the future of the coming generation in Adamawa State. He stated this after an inspection tour to the sites of the reconstruction and remodeling of Olympic standard Jimeta Stadium in Yola. The report.
In 2024, Adamawa State Executive Council at an emergency meeting approved 4.7 billion naira for the completion of the Jimeta Permanent Stadium. The construction of the stadium started decades ago by previous governments but ignored by succeeding administrations. This has been a consign to the Fintiri-led administration, which gave more priority to youth development.
I've done quite a lot, but because we almost met everything devastated, we had to speak from the scratch, more or less. And for where we have taken it to, I think we have tried, but that does not mean we have done our best. We still have to put more and to see that we give Adamawa world-class infrastructure, because this is a world-class state with a lot of intellectuals and elites that deserve the best, especially our emerging youths that you can see they know everything. They are in their different world, and we have to catch up with them if really we have to build their own.
The governor spoke on his administration's dream towards the state's development despite the federal allocation to the state.
Little we're able to generate and also get from the federation account, I think we have really utilized it to the way that at any point we can wake up and explain what we have done with their resources.
The contractor handling the project pledges to leave behind a structure that will endure the test of time.
We are very much on track, and we are doing everything to ensure that even we deliver in the earnest time that we have on hands. As we can see, all the foreign components are already here, which will be, the most challenging aspect of this. So what we have now is just to couple them and put them in order, and we're out of this place.
Residents of the state have this to say.
Kind of stadium will definitely improve life. And what the government has done is towards a vibrant level of improving sports development in the rural state of Adamawa. And we believe that more can be done to extend it down to the local governments, not only the state capital.
Sport lovers in Adamawa State are of the view that when Jimeta Permanent Stadium is completed, it will be one of the best in the country. Esohe Osemeki reporting for BeeTv News.
The governor of Borno State, Babagana Umar Zulum, has banned the sale of alcoholic beverages in the state. The governor made the announcement at the inauguration of the reconstituted Committee on Revocation of Illegal Hotels, Brothel, Shanties and Criminal Hideouts at the Council Chamber of the Government House in Maiduguri, the state capital. Governor Zulum accused some security personnel of complicity in promoting criminality by patronizing and protecting establishments involved in the illegal sale of.
Start with those areas that were hit out or demolished by this particular committee based on proven records of the defaulters. And they are back, revisit the cases, and I don't think we need more to deal with such matters. We have a lot of low-hanging fruits activities that are ongoing that you can easily catch them up. The government of Borno State is behind you. The Ministry of Justice is with you. The chairman of the chairperson, co-chair of the committee. The DSS is around. Police is around. Civil defense is around. And I think the prosecution should not be difficult.
Nigerians have appealed to the federal government to reconsider its plans for subsidy removal on electricity tariff, saying that the present state of the economy will make it difficult for Nigerians to cope if electricity tariff goes up. They stated that they are yet to adjust to the removal of fuel subsidy and do not think many will be able to afford electricity if it becomes too expensive. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mukoro has the report.
The federal government's recent move to eliminate electricity subsidies and high tariffs has triggered outrage among Nigerians, sparking a heated debate both online and offline. Many citizens are now questioning whether subsidies ever truly existed in the power sector to begin with. The controversy erupted after the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, announced a major policy shift that could see electricity prices surge nationwide, citing a staggering 4 trillion naira debt owed to power generation companies Gencos. The government warned that Nigerians should brace for higher electricity bills. Expressing their displeasure about the subsidy removal from electricity, Nigerians suggested that government provide prepaid meters to all Nigerian households as a better option. Others said removing subsidy from electricity at this time is not a good move, as Nigerians are going through a lot of hardship currently.
My opinion, removing the subsidy from electricity is not a solution. They should make prepaid meter for everybody so that there will be constant light, just like you are using your phone. The more you use your credit, the more you buy. So if they can make prepaid meter for the new Nigerians and there will be availability of electricity, that is fine by me.
The government should look into it because the subsidy was removed for fuel. At the same time, I'm not saying they remove subsidy for electricity. At least the masses are suffering. Yes, I'm trying to realize that a lot of people out there got no jobs. You understand? Okay, if people in the cities can afford electricity, what are people in the village? You understand? I would believe the government should look into it. Since subsidies have been removed from fuel, at the same time, subsidy they should look at the type in terms of power. They should look at it that the subsidy, the government should do something about the subsidy. So the subsidy will put us, it's like putting us in stone age. Yes. You understand? So that's what I feel. The government should look into that.
Other respondents who were optimistic in their view mentioned how the government is trying to ensure power stability in the country, and that may be one of the steps they have to take to ensure it.
This electricity issue has been a problem, and they have not been given. We are not having good lights, So I believe that this new government is trying to bring in a way they can systemize it, and so that they can give us better service. So I won't know about any other activity, like if they don't remove it, how it's going to be, or they shouldn't remove it. But I believe strongly that this government means well for us, and he wants everybody to have good services, to have good light, so that this state, this country will be better for every individual, every citizen.
Move subsidy from everything till Nigeria become wise. So that's what I have to say. Once people become too weak, they are not going to stop the people.
Many Nigerians are complaining that government policies seem detached from the suffering of the average Nigerian. Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
Mohammed Idris has emphasized the federal government's commitment to national security, transparency, and environmental sustainability at the 7th Ministerial Press Briefing in Abuja. The Minister of Defense also commended the armed forces for their ongoing efforts to combat terrorism. The report.
At the 7th Ministerial Press Briefing, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, urged the media to adopt a responsible and patriotic approach in shaping national perception and countering extremist narratives.
I therefore call on my colleagues, media professionals and editors, to be discerning in their reportage. We must deny these groups the undue publicity they crave. We must take them off the front pages and accurately report them as the criminals that they are, without glorifying their acts or giving credence to their false narratives.
The Minister of Environment, Balarabe Abbas Lawan, emphasized the importance of forests in regulating Nigeria's climate and improving environmental resilience.
Plant trees, encourage people and youth and women to plant trees. That's why you find that the Great Green Wall has two components. It has the youth component, it has the women component. And in the process, more than 4 million trees in collaboration with Great Green have been planted across the northern part of this country.
The Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, commended the armed forces for their ongoing efforts in combating terrorism and crime. He noted that government investment in intelligence, military training, and international cooperation as key strategies to enhance national security.
That is absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. We have much more sophisticated equipments, and we have much more sophisticated drones. The issue is this war is not conventional war. It's like a guerrilla war.
The ministers jointly called on Nigerians to support national development efforts, stressing that building a secure and prosperous nation requires the collective contribution of all citizens. Osarogie Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
In a major step forward for Nigeria's industrialization drive, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has announced a groundbreaking achievement in local production of medical devices. It says the World Health Organization has certified a locally made 0.5 ml audio-disabled syringe. The report.
General Professor Mojishola Adeyeyi says the approval followed a rigorous process, significant investment, and close regulatory support for the producers of the certified syringe.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control is pleased to announce that Afri Medical Manufacturing and Supplies Limited in Ogun State has achieved WHO pre-qualification of a medical device which is 0.5 ml auto-disable syringe.
The agency says this feat directly supports the federal government's industrialization policy, especially NAFDAC's 5+5 directive, which aims to stop the importation of medical products that can be made locally.
If you are given 5 years, that is enough or should be enough to plan to migrate into local manufacturing or to partner with local manufacturers if a company doesn't have the capacity yet. NAFDAC is bent on making sure that local content stays, is well ingrained in us. That doesn't mean we're going to make locally 100% of what we need. But a situation where we were importing 70% of what we needed is a situation that poses drug insecurity and national insecurity.
The regulatory agency is encouraging more manufacturers to seize the opportunity as priority in procurement will now favor certified, locally made medical products. Soher Oseneki reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the foreign scene, where President Donald Trump says a new US and UK trade deal to cut tariff is full and comprehensive ahead of its formal announcement. Also, the Bank of England has lowered interest rates from 4.5% to 4.25%, marking the fourth cut in a year. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Guffey tells us more on this and other stories from the foreign scene.
President Donald Trump says a new US-UK trade deal to cut tariffs is full and comprehensive ahead of its formal announcement. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer confirmed that talks have been ongoing, but Downing Street has not commented on Trump's statement. There appears to be a difference in how the UK and US describe the deal. Currently, UK goods face 10% US tariff with even higher rates on steel, aluminium and cars. The UK also places tariffs on some US products. The deal may lower tariffs on cars and reduce the UK's digital tax on American tech firms. The Bank of England has lowered interest rate from 4.5% to 4.25%, marking the fourth cut in a year. Governor Andrew Bailey said the decision was due to a drop in inflation, though he warned of ongoing global economic uncertainty, especially with new U.S. tariffs. A larger cut to 4% was considered but rejected, as falling energy bills are expected to balance the risk to growth. Inflation, which stood at 2.6% in March, is predicted to rise to 3.5% temporarily due to household bill hikes before falling again. India says it has attacked Pakistan's air defense system and claims Pakistan sent drones and missiles across the border. Pakistan has not responded to that claim but says it shot down 25 Indian drones overnight. India accuses Pakistan of trying to hit several military targets. Pakistan says 31 people have died and 57 were injured from India airstrikes and firing since Wednesday in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. On the India side, officials say 16 civilians were killed by Pakistan in shelling. And that's it from the global scene. Rebecca Goffey reporting for BeeTv News.
In a significant development, the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, has formally withdrawn gospel singer Mercy Chinwo's name from its amended charges against prominent gospel music executive Ezekiel Onyedikachi, popularly known as EZT. Also, Chizzy Alichi has announced that she welcomed a baby boy a while ago but had some hurdles to cross with her son. Let's join BeeTv News Gift Omone for more details of this and more from the entertainment world.
Alleged as Eze T, who serves as the Chief Executive Officer of Eze Global Concept Limited, fraudulently converted earnings belonging to the acclaimed gospel artist. However, in an updated legal move on Tuesday, the Anti-Graft Agency presented a revised 8-count charge before the Federal High Court in Lagos, removing all references to Chinwo and redirecting its focus towards the allegedly financial infractions. The amended charges now accuse Eze T of failing to disclose the full scope of the company's financial dealings and of engaging in unauthorized foreign exchange transactions between 2022 and 2023. These actions, according to the EFCC, constitute violations of financial regulations governing corporate conduct in Nigeria. The development marks a turning point in the high-profile case as the focus shifts from individual artist earnings to broader issues of corporate financial compliance. Further proceedings are expected as the court continues to examine the new allegations. Nollywood actress Chizzy Alichi has shared the emotional journey of her recent pregnancy, describing it as the most challenging period of her life. In a heartfelt statement, the actress revealed that complications arose after a medical condition was discovered during the pregnancy and said it was the most difficult time of her life. She recounted turning to prayer, tears, and charity, hoping for a safe delivery. Despite her efforts, her son was born prematurely at just 30 weeks and had to be admitted to the neonatal intensive care unit, where he remained for several weeks. The actress expressed immense gratitude as she confirmed that her son has now been discharged and brought home. She thanked God for seeing her through the ordeal and for the safe arrival of her child. Nigerian comedian and actor Ayo Makun, popularly known as AY, has spoken out following his recent questioning by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission over the allegedly currency abuse. In a statement shared via his official Instagram page on Wednesday, AY confirmed that he was invited by the EFCC on Monday, the May 5th, regarding the public spraying of both local and foreign currencies at a recent social event, an act considered a violation of the Central Bank of Nigeria's regulations on currency mutilation. AY further expressed appreciation to the EFCC for their professionalism and for granting him a pardon after confirming that the funds in question were not linked to any criminal or illicit activity. The incident has drawn public attention amid growing enforcement actions against currency abuse in Nigeria, particularly involving high-profile individuals. And that's it on the entertainment news tonight. God's Gift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
Sunshine Stars narrowly lost 0-1 to Shooting Stars in a tightly contested match day. 36 fixtures of the 2024 to 2025 Nigerian Premier Football League NPFL season at the Lekan Salami Stadium at Damasingba, Ibadan. Let's now join our BeeTv News sports correspondent Freeman Osawi, who has more on these and other sports stories.
The decisive goal came in the 84th minute after the referee awarded a late penalty to the home side following a scramble in the box. Just 2 minutes earlier, Sunshine Stars were reduced to 10 men after defender Yusuf Oluwoshile received the red card. Shooting Stars capitalized on the advantage, converting the penalty with composure to secure 3 points. Despite the defeat, Sunshine Stars displayed grit and determination, going toe-to-toe with their host and creating several scoring opportunities. Goalkeeper Imao Fori was a standard performer, making several key waves to keep the winner ways in the contest. Ikorodu City put up a brave fight on Wednesday, securing a 3-2 victory over visitors Bayelsa United FC in a thrilling encounter in the Nigerian Premier Football League. The news agency of Nigeria reports that the 2024-2025 NPFL match, the 36th fixture, was played at Mobilajis Johnson Arena Stadium in Lagos State. The Oga boys started brightly, scoring in the second minute, who headed in a cross from Captain Waliu Ojetoye. Bayelsa United equalized in the 11th minute after a goalkeeping error by Oluwadamilare Aina, who mishandled the pass from teammate Osti Uzondu. Ikorodu City regained the lead in the 19th minute as Oyedokun's powerful strike from outside the box beat goalkeeper Clinton Ezekiel. A 3-1 aggregate win over Arsenal sees them back in the promised land for the first time since 2020, and for the second time in their history. In truth, after Arsenal's blistering, the Parisians were the deserved winners, and now they face Inter on May 31st to see whether they can lift the trophy for the first time. Goals from Fabian Ruiz and Achraf Hakimi saw the French side home, and despite the late goal from Bukayo Saka, the Gunners were unable to mount a real comeback. And that's it on Sport News tonight. Freeman Usawe reporting for BeeTv News.
And that is the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News. I am Evelyn Zibili. Thank you and have a good night.